Why'd you come back? Mm. Yeah, see if it works. Okay, I want to show you this game. What? Okay. Yeah? Yeah, why? Yes. I think so. I don't know. You could test it to see if it works. I mean, you can try and join and see. If it doesn't, then it doesn't work. Are you gonna test it or no? I'm just playing Persona. Oh, I got a new skill. Cleave. Okay. Why can't I take a picture of our set this game? No, not right now. I just want to talk. I'm just having too much fun playing this game. I know, Morgana. Jesus Christ, stop telling me we need to escape. Jesus. Alright, that door went open. That guy's dead. Ryuji, you're so stupid. Alright. You guys there? I have met Best Bro. What? In this game. So you know how in every anime there's always the main character and then the main character's best friend? I have just met the best friend. No, shut up. I wasn't talking to you guys. Mm. The faculty office is here. Where, game? Where? Where's the faculty office? Oh my god. Finally. Early. What are you doing? Alright. You're addicted to GTA, I'm addicted to Persona. Yes, you can free roam everywhere. You can go to the cafe. You can do a bunch of random shit. You can remember you can get in relationships if you want. You know, go to the bar. What? I didn't say that last one, by the way. I didn't say that last one. Yeah, you can go to the bar. Ethan, the teacher, so you know how like you're a transfer student in Persona, right? The teacher wants me to introduce myself to the class. I either have the option to say my name, say hello, or just blank. Just stare at them menacingly. I'm gonna stare at them menacingly. I'm going to pick stare at them menacingly. That's not what it is, but he's just quiet. He's just like, what? Wait, why? Okay, but Ethan, no, you should either get this or you should get the Royal Edition, because the Royal Edition is basically just a whole new game. But the Royal Edition is not coming out for like 3 more months, so you should actually you should get this so that you're more accustomed to the game, okay? And also Persona 5 it's pretty cheap now because it's been a long time since it's been. I don't know how cheap it is, but I don't think it's $60 anymore. So I mean, you could get Persona 5. I haven't bought it yet because I didn't have money. I actually got it off of PlayStation Now. So PlayStation Now is games from like 2 or 3 years ago, or on PS3. All of those games, you can play them using PlayStation Now. I did a 7-day free trial, so yeah, I have like a week or something. Yeah, I have like a week to finish this game. Ethan, you should really get it. I know you're gonna love this game, especially the part where you can get in relationships. It's very fun, actually. Like, not the relationship part, just the. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, and the bar. Oh, yeah, and in this game, with your fellow teammates, with your fellow thieves, you can actually get in relationships with the female ones, right? And like each one is different and crap. And like in one of them, you step in before she's about to get punched. You're like, oh, I want to go, and then the other dude's like, oh, never mind. Oh, it's that guy. It's that guy who came to the school on an assault charge. Oh shit, no. which is the main character. He gets transferred to a new school because he got charged with assault. Because he did assault a man. Well, he didn't assault a man. Well, he did, but he did it for good cause. But he still got sued, and then he got put with an assault charge. So yeah, everybody's afraid of you. Which just makes it better. I just got introduced to the class, right? You know what one of the guys said? He said, one of them said, he looks pretty quiet, and then a guy said, and then so one girl said he looks pretty quiet, and then a guy said, but he might slug us in the eye if we look at but he might slug us if we look him in the eye. Should I just not say anything? Ethan, blank. I mean, he was arrested for assault. Shut up, bitch. Wait, where do I get to sit? Oh, I get to sit next to the hot girl. Ethan, you should get it. When you see the awakening scene, I bet you're gonna think Super Saiyan Blue. Is this school? Is this a castle? Shit. Oh wait, are you getting the normal edition or is there like a deluxe edition? Wait, is there a deluxe edition? Check for me, because I'm probably going to buy this game, because I got this with PlayStation Now, so I'm going to buy it when I get enough. No, I'm not going to buy it using online, I'm just going to buy it with, like, a freaking gift card. No, I mean it's like PlayStation Plus. It's a subscription like PlayStation Plus. This is the second day. Well, I got it like last night, so this is still technically the first day. No, I got it. I only got the 7-day trial. I mean, this game is like, okay, so if you just only do story, it's like 2 days, it's like 2-3 days long, right? But if you do everything, it's like Ethan, if you watch Let's Plays of this game on YouTube, this game is like almost 200 episodes long if you do everything. No, I mean more than 200 videos actually, like, because those people, they do most of the stuff and then they finish the game. But if you do everything, it's like, yeah. You can invest like a lot of time into this game. He said some, I'll be waiting on the rooftop. I'm Batman now. Kamato, what do you want to talk about? Oh, so that's what the rumors say. So they say alcohol, smoking, theft, violence. Violence is true, alcohol is true, smoking, nah, theft, nah. Well, theft, yes, but not yet. The teacher would never approve of such an article. Wow. You should give up. Bruh. Objective, live an honest student life. Wait, Ethan, you bought it? I'm telling you, it's worth your money. And also, if you buy it today night, then by tomorrow it's gonna be done. Oh, I wish the old games were here, bro. So Joker's like, every protagonist in Persona always had something special about him. The first one was just, the great one, the one that started them all, right? Then the second one was like the happy-go-lucky guy who he was like pretty happy, but he also knew how to fight. Then the third one was kind of the more edgy one, right? But he was like nice when you got to know him. The fourth one was just a straight savage, okay? So the fourth one was just a true dude, okay? And then the fifth one is just like the stylish one. So yeah, I wish the fourth one was in here, because the fourth one, bro, he's a straight savage. The fifth one is too, but the fifth Persona 5 is more of like a stylish one, So yeah. Oh, and Ethan, you'd be surprised, these relationships and all of this stuff has been in since like the first Persona game. Oh, and each one has its own style. Like Persona 4 was like really, really dark. Like it was dark as in like death and stuff, right? But it was also like happy also. But Persona 5 is like not dark as in the death sense, like dark as in humanity. Humanity is humans are evil and that can't that's a fact. That's how Persona 5 is. Humans are greedy, ambitious, evil, and that's a fact. But they can be changed. So Persona 4 is deep, but Persona 4 is dark, but Persona 5 is deep. The Ultimate Edition comes with all of the characters and some DLC personas. And like not with all the characters, I mean all of the costumes, some extra DLC content, and some extra DLC personas. Oh, and Ethan, this is something really nice on in Persona that I really like. So every time you sleep, a day passes, right? And the day doesn't pass unless you sleep. So you can just do whatever. Or you can finish all the things that you need to do for that day, and then you can sleep, right? I don't remember, actually. But no, but remember everything that can be done that day. So you can't finish the whole relationship thing in that one day. Because like the game still has to have some realism in it. So it's not like 10 days worth of stuff can go by. But you can do as much of that relationship as you can. And then yeah. Okay. Okay. You said? Okay. Well, you heard what I said, right? Oh, and so as I was saying, the thing that I really like that's unique is that when you do that and stuff, like whenever a day passes and stuff, like on the days that there are holidays, you actually have a holiday. Like on and every holiday you can spend time differently on that holiday. Like or sometimes you go on vacation, right? With your crew. And you can either spend time with different members of your crew depending on what you do. Like if you want to spend time with Ryuji, who's your best friend, you can go spend time with Ryuji. But if you want to go spend time with the freaking girl that you like, you go spend time with the girl that you like. And every holiday is different. Like on Valentine's Day, like I've told you this before, right? On Valentine's Day, if you date more than one, if you've dated all of the girls, they all come to you, and then they ask you whose present do you want, and you say that you don't want any of them because you don't know what to choose, and then they beat the shit out of you and walk away, like all 10 of them. No, there's 14 of them too. Just imagine that. And then you look at your phone and Ryuji just sends a text. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And then you're like, "Fuck." And then you're dead. No. But after 14 girls beat the shit out of you, after 14 girls that you've all dated beat the shit out of you, I guess you're basically dead. Oh yeah, Yarly, I didn't tell you. So yeah, you know how in this game I said that you can build relationships? You can actually date people in this game. I mean, you don't have to, but you can, right? And depending on that, your story slightly changes. Like, you can spend time differently. like what I said, like you go spend time with your best friend, or with the girl that you like, and stuff like that, right? So if you've dated all of them, they all come to you on Valentine's Day with all 14 of them with chocolate, and then they ask you which one do you want, and then so basically your character says I don't want any because he's saying that I don't know what to choose, so you guys just have the chocolates that you bought. But they're like, you're so mean to girls, and then all you see, all you hear, all you see is black. All you hear is stuff getting smashed, and then you hear, and then screams, and then you're back, and then it comes, and then your screen goes back, right? And it's just you on the floor. It's great. Yeah, cause he said, I don't want any of the chocolates. What he meant was, I'm gonna be nice and let you guys eat the chocolates that you bought for me. What they thought, this guy, I can't believe we dated this guy. Time to beat the shit. No, oh yeah, there's different routes too. There's like the 2-girl dating route, there's like the 5-girl dating route, and then there's the harem. And then there's 3 endings. And then there's the harem route, which is all of the girls. And that's what happens in the harem route. No. Not just your relationships determine the good ending. Like even what you say, what you do in the velvet room, what bosses you beat, what decisions you make, all of that ties into the ending. What? Oh, and you can so bro, some of the conversations are really funny, right? Like so when you get your powers and Ryuji has no idea what the heck's going on, he's like, "Bro, how'd you get such a sick costume and powers?" And one of the things that you can say to him is, "You jelly." And then he says, I ain't jealous. What you talking about? Oh, or you can have little arguments with them. It's very fun. And there's also things that you don't have to do. Like there's like a bunch of side story that you don't even have to do at all. When you started downloading it? Ethan, imagine this is Kakarot. Okay, this is literally the easiest rundown of the game I can give you. A Kakarot, but slightly more dark. Actually, a lot. So Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but more dark with turn-based combat and stance. Oh, and I don't know about the little side stuff that you can do like in Kakarot fishing and in this like going to the bar and stuff like that. I don't know about that. I don't know if this is better than Kakarot or if Kakarot's better than this. But Persona's had this type of stuff since like the second game. So I would give it to Persona because you can make different choices and stuff. So that's why. I mean, like, you can go fishing and stuff, but, like, that doesn't affect the story at all. No, I mean in Kakarot, I'm saying. But in this game, it does You catch the demon fish. Oh no, Arsene! Death has been brought to the war. Oh god. Oh, and in this game, um, oh, and in this game, you have a phone, right? And you can receive text messages from your fellow, from the other characters in this game, and you can choose which characters to hang out with. Like you can just, like, if you're not doing anything that day, you can just check your phone real quick, and then you can check all your chats and like talk to the other characters. But then the superpowers make it more interesting. Because oh yeah, and they're also actually worried about you and stuff. They're like, hey, you good? They text you, they're like, hey, you good? No, not like that. Like if you go on like a hard mission and stuff, they like worry about you, and they're like, oh yeah, you want to go grab a bite to eat or something? You want to get some coffee, you know? Well, rip. Oh no, you're dead. You can't hear what they say anymore. Oh, and then if you're in a relationship, or if with one of the male characters, if you become more close or friends with them, like you can't date the male characters in this game. This game doesn't go that far, but if you become best friends with them, not just friends, right? But if you become like really close friends with them, then it also changes what text messages you get sometimes. And if you have a relationship, sometimes the girl worries about you. So yeah, cause your character's just that freaking lady. Yeah, he's just that awesome. Oh, and one of the other people, Yusuke, right? So he's one of your friends, and if you hang out with him more, if you hang out with Yusuke more, you'll get hit on by girls more. So basically, Yusuke is a pretty boy, you're a pretty boy, add them together, you get more girls. Oh, and on Valentine's Day, if you're with Ryuji instead of with the girl you like, or if you're with Ryuji instead of with all of the girls you like, then what happens is yeah, they get even more mad. Because you can spend Valentine's Day with Ryuji, because like you know how everything's like half price on Valentine's Day, so you just like go to the cafe and grab some coffee and stuff, and you guys talk about girls or whatever. And then Ryuji's like, bye. And then after he leaves, all the girls come in. Are you here in the background? Is oh, and you also have a cat. Just saying, you have a cat. Yep, yes. That's a reference to something. No, that's a reference to something, by the way. It's about how in Japan there was this one really nice movie where it was like about, so it was like a girl and her brother and her younger brother, and they were waiting for a bus, and then there was a monster. I don't know, but it's an emotional movie, okay? And the bus was a cat, okay? I don't know why Japan likes cat buses. But this takes place in Japan, and that movie is really famous, and it's also really heartwarming. So, that's why the cat can turn into a bus. And also, the game has an explanation for it that actually makes sense. It's not just some random half-ass explanation that kind of makes sense in the game. No, the game has a full-on explanation that makes sense with the story of the game. Oh, and also the cat has a sword. The cat has a sword and it has a stand. Ethan, I think you love this game more now. And you can pet the cat. And you can understand what it says because it's a persona. It's a persona user just like you. So whenever it talks, you can actually understand what it's saying. No, but there's a point in the story where Ryuji grabs it by the collar, picks it up, stuffs it in his bag, zips the bag, takes it to the rooftop, and then unzips the bag, and the cat is pissed at him, and he says, "I had to do it, or else the school would have found out there was a cat on school grounds." And then the cat's arguing with him. It's great. Oh, and also the cat doesn't have a sword in its normal form. It has like a more human-y form. It's like, you know how wait, Ethan, have you ever watched Fairy Tail? Oh, so basically, it's just a cat, but okay, so imagine a cat, a chibi cat, like, you know what a chibi is, right? It's like those little, like, stubby-legged, more cute versions of anime characters. Yeah, imagine a chibi cat on two legs holding a sword, and that's Morgana. That's his true form. Well, not his true form, but that. And then the cat. So the thing is, when he's in his so you know how we transform, how we put on our clothes how our clothes turn into the special trickster outfits when we're in the other worlds, right? So basically, instead of a special outfit, Morgana just becomes that. And then when he comes back to the human world, he turns back into a normal cat. But only you can understand him. To everybody else, all they hear is meows, but to you, you hear words. No, your team can all hear him. It's just your team. It's just you and your team, though. Actually, you live in a coffee shop. Well, you live in the attic because so basically, let me tell you, Yarly, what happened, okay? So what happened was, so you're just some normal kid, right? And then you see some guy, and he's like drunk, and he's messing around with a girl. So then you go help the girl, and you punch, and you sock him right in the face, and like you break his like nose or something, and you hit his eye. So then he sues, and then so then he calls the cops for assault, because even though you were protecting the girl, he did get more injured. The girl didn't get injured, he was just messing around with her, if you know what I mean. And she didn't want that, and then so you get sued and charged with assault. Then you get transferred to this new school in this new city for 1 year under probation. Probation's basically just like, you know what probation is. Ethan doesn't know what probation is, I don't think. So probation is like when they like make you do certain things for you to make up for what you did wrong. Like for in this instance, his probation is just he transfers to a new school in a new town for a year, right? And then so yeah, and then you're here in this school. So that's why. Yeah. Oh, and also in this game, you can give your characters their own name, and but in the anime, in the Persona animes, they always have a fixed name, because they have to give them a fixed name in that anime. So in the anime, this character's name is, no, I'm telling Yarly. So this character's name is Akira in the anime, right? And depending on your last name, since this takes place in Japan, everybody calls you by your last name. Like the people that look up to you or you know a little bit, they call you by your last name. So they say last name Kun, not last name Kun, but you know what I mean. They say your last name and they say Kun. Yeah. Or your friends or people that you kind of know. Yeah. So then for me, for Akira, well, his full name is Akira Kurisu, so they would call him Kurisu-kun. And coon means like, so it's based off of if they're older or younger, and if they're a boy or a girl. So they call you coon, right? Yeah, it's funny because some people who played Persona gave their characters the most white ass last names, my guy. Bro, it's so annoying. They don't say it because they haven't been, because the characters, the game, the software and stuff, it doesn't, like the characters, they don't say your name, but in the text, they say your name, basically. Like there's like little text, but there's always subtitles. Well, for cutscenes, you can choose subtitles, but there's also like little text at the end of every conversation where it's in a speech bubble so that you can read over what they said if they spoke too fast or something. Which I also think is nice. Alright, Ryuji. See ya. No, I was talking to Ryuji. I'm sorry, you build relationships in this game with your characters fast, and you would understand why after I've told you all this stuff. About, like, the mechanics and stuff. Oh, and in this game, you've got a phone. Oh, you know how in GTA you got a phone? In this game, you've got a phone, but you can't do as much stuff as GTA. But I guess the whole teammate relationship aspect wakes up for it, I guess. Well, I'm going home. Oh, shoot. Sojiro's gonna be mad. Sojiro's the guy that's looking after you while you're, Oh yeah, that's why I told you about the backstory and why you got transferred, because the reason I live in the attic of a coffee shop is so Sojiro is the guy who volunteered to take us in, right? To take us in, and basically his house, he doesn't want you in his house, so you live in the attic of his coffee shop. The attic is actually a pretty nice room. It has like a bed and a chair and all that normal stuff you would have in a room, right? It's the attic. His attic is like really big for some reason. And yeah, so you just live in the attic of the coffee shop. He turns over the close sign so that everybody knows the coffee shop's closed, closes the door and locks it, and then the coffee shop is your house. Oh, so you're just getting a call. Sojiro's a nice, a caring, friggin' guardian, though. He's pretty nice. He's not really a friend, he's more of a father figure. He's more of like a father and friend figure. Yeah, we have a father. We have a father. We have a father. So basically, he's more of a father figure, but he's also a friend. As in, like, even though he's a father figure, we still talk to him openly about a bunch of stuff because he's not our actual father. So like, no. So like we talk. So like sometimes your character, say, you're meeting up with a girl, right? And then you don't tell him, and then the girl comes, right, to the meeting area, and to the coffee shop, and he's like, oh shoot, you should have just told me that you had a girl coming. Okay, well I'll leave you two alone. And then you're like, thanks. So yeah, he's a friend and a father figure. And in this game, if you're in the middle of doing something, you can still get called. Like say you're in the middle of a conversation at the end or in the middle, you can get called by someone or texted, and then when you check, they're like, oh, it's like say they want to hang out or something, and then sometimes you can't hang out with them because you're actually already hanging out with someone else. So that's another realistic part of the game. And there's different times of day in the game, so it becomes night. The more time you spend doing something, then it becomes night. It's like the more time you spend hanging out, but yeah, he has a mom. He has a mom. Remember, he's on probation, so he got sent over here. I wait 1 year. Also, Joker's voice is like a mix of Sasuke with like DiCaprio. I don't know how else to explain it. His voice is like really elegant. Oh, let me say this by the way. Joker has glasses. But he doesn't really need them. It's more of a style thing for him because he looks like a nerd, but it also goes with his clothing in a weird way, like his everyday clothing. It goes with it really nicely. So he looks like a stylish nerd, something along those lines. Well, it depends on what he's wearing. Because, like, if he's wearing a school uniform, yeah, he looks like a stylish nerd. But then he always puts his hands in his pockets, so he always looks so edgy. And then if you're wearing, like, the jacket, a jacket and stuff, then, yeah. Ethan, his persona is literally demon. Is literally a demon. Okay, Ethan, should I tell you the line that is said during his awakening of his powers, or no? Okay, but can I just say the first part of the line? I will. It's the most it's actually the most iconic part of the line in the game. I am thou, thou art I. I am thou, and thou art. It doesn't say thou, but it says. I mean, it doesn't say and. I am thou, thou art I. Which basically means I am you, and you are me. Remember, this game, Persona 5 is all about humanity and how humanity is corrupt and like emotions and stuff. That's the main message of the game, I guess. Humanity is corrupt, but change has to happen. I mean, if you want to take the Joker having a demon, then yeah, sure, you can say that. No, his demon is Arsene. But yeah, Arsene says a lot of stuff like that. He says he says ravage them, pillage their souls, kill them however you like. So yeah, I guess so. Run rampant, use your power, and run wild. I like Arsene. He's also wearing a tuxedo, so he literally looks like the most elegant demon. He has tuxedo, giant black wings, and a top hat, okay? That's our send for it. Sleep. Time to sleep. Oh, please don't be in the velvet room. Oh, I'm gonna get put in the velvet room. God dang it. Igor, you bastard. Why'd you bring me back here? Shut up, Caroline. God dang. She's so annoying. About time you've come back. Jesus, shut up. Oh, so now you're gonna smash at the door, okay. Now you're gonna smack the door. Wow. Thank you, Justina. At least you're nice. She said so. She says, our master wishes to speak with you. It's for your own sake that you take his words to heart. Caroline. Justine. That's Justine. Caroline. Get your ass up. No. God dang it. We communicate whenever we sleep. Like, it's like a telepathic thing. Not really. It's Justine's master. Our character still doesn't know his purpose yet, but all we know is that we wake up in the velvet room sometimes when we sleep, and then there's this guy there, and he's talking about he gives us like indirect info about Persona. Like it's weird. He's part of the story. He's really creepy. Oh, okay, now he's just like, oh, you've awakened your powers and special ones at that. He knows about personas and stuff, that guy in the Velvet Room. The Velvet Room is a place in between reality and dreams. Rehabilitation? My powers? Nani? Oh, wow, so that's nice. He said something. There is no need to understand. I won't tell you about your powers for now. Wow. You will be training the power of Persona which you have awakened to. Okay. My favorite part? Just the concept. Just the okay, so the concept and the character development. The character development is really nice. Wait, Ethan, should I tell you what a persona is now? Or you want to find that out? Okay. But can I tell you why they have the masks or no? What? Why? Yeah, it tells you. The game tells. Okay, why do I have no choice but to hone my strength? Wait, she said some. It's not because we're forced. She said it's not. You have to. You must force. You must hone your strength. And then I'm like, why? And then she says it's not because we're forcing you, but you have this because you have. We're not forcing you, but because this is your fate. Okay then. Our fate is to become strong. Oh, and then she adds, neglect it and you will die. Okay. What's the metaverse? Wait, you mean that weird app on my phone? Oh, so that's how I go to the different places in the world. Alright. To train you as a thief. What? Uh-huh. Yeah. But Bastard still has a time limit. So how would that work? Would he just infinitely dodge everything? No, what I think could be done is he does dodge everything, but the thing is, if he attacks, and if he's in the, so say he attacks, right, and he's in the middle of an attack, and then you hit him in the middle of that attack, then you can start a combo that he can't dodge. So like, frick, I don't know how to explain. Okay, so you know how someone, okay, so you know how you can just dodge everything, right? Ethan, so you know how in Xenoverse, if he attacks and he's still in the middle of the animation and you hit him, you can start a combo and he can't dodge that combo because you hit him when he's in the middle of an attack? That's what I'm saying, but just in Fighter Z. Like how you hit Ultra Instinct Goku in Xenoverse, but when he has max stamina. Never mind. Wait, can you do that in Xenoverse? I don't remember anymore. I'm stupid. That's what I mean. Like if he misses an attack. Aw, Justine said, devote yourself to training so you can be a fine thief. Okay. Wait, so you can give Ryuji the app that lets me go to the different world? Okay. Oh, wow, Caroline's a bitch, okay? Just saying. When you meet Caroline, you'll understand, okay? Justine is okay. Justine is like depressed and okay. So she's like quiet and nice, but sometimes she says depressing things without like really noticing. You know? She's like, "You'll die." She's like, "You need to keep fighting, or you'll die." But you know what I mean? She's not really like depressing. You know what I mean? But yeah. And then Caroline's like, get your ass up. That's Caroline. Yep, just another dream. Oh yeah, I forgot about school. Man, I hate school in this game. Well, I just had to flip the shop to open, and it's raining. Great. it's one of the so you know Pokemon is a JRPG, right? So this is basically just the more edgy Pokemon for PlayStation. Oh, and Persona 5 is only on PlayStation, by the way. So Xbox people can suck my dick. Because this is one of my favorite. This is either one of my favorite games or the favorite game that I've always had. That not of ever since I found out about it, I guess. Ah. Ah. I gotta go take a shower, Ethan. I'll be back real quick.
5 minutes lo jasta early.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. 5 minutes.
Well, not yet, but in like a few minutes. It's raining pretty hard. If we don't hurry, we'll get in a huge. I know. Oh, this game has cursing in it, by the way. Oh my god, these guys just can't shut up. I mean, I get that I'm a transfer student that has a criminal record, but still, goddamn bastards. Oh, and in this game you can change the attire of your companions as well, so like for the female characters you can change their attire, by the way. It helps in the romance scenes, it really does, because if they're wearing their school uniform it just looks stupid. Oh, and there's vending machines in this game. You can just go grab a drink at a vending machine. Oh, can I tell you the best part, by the way? Okay. But I'm just telling you all the mechanics, like the relationship and stuff, because, like, I don't want you to be, like, because, like, I don't want you to forget about it or not know about it, you know? Because, like, I want you to know about it so that when, like, one of those things comes up, you can. And Ethan also... Oh, wait, are you going to binge play this tomorrow? Alright, I'm gonna go take a shower now. Oh, and also Morgana hides in your bag. At school. Morgana hides in your bag. Oh, and Morgana doesn't have a phone, because of course it's a cat, so he can't text you, but it's fine. He lives with you anyways, huh? Yeah, Morgana lives with you, so... At least your guardian allows it. If he said no, get that cat out of my house, what are you gonna do? Or said burns down the whole house. You can't become them, you just summon them. Oh, but the first persona that you have is the true like representation of your soul. So for Joker, it's Arsene, and Arsene's a literal demon, so you can see what Joker's soul is like through how it looks and its abilities and stuff. Oh, and Ethan, this is one thing that I didn't tell you. Each one of the members in the crew represents one of the 7 deadly sins. I'm not going to tell you their names or their genders or anything, because that would just be giving it away, but basically, do you want me to tell you the genders? No, I'm not going to tell you the genders. Okay, so there's one that's, I'll tell you what Joker is, okay? That's all. And then yeah, I know, that's the point. I'm just going to tell you what the 7 deadly sins are. Oh, wait, no, do you know what the 7 deadly sins are? Oh, okay, let me tell you then. Wrath. Then it's wrath. So one is wrath, which is like anger and destruction. That's not Joker, by the way. Wrath, greed, gluttony, envy, which is like you want, like you like envy other people, like you wish you had what they had and you're like jealous of them. Envy is basically jealousy and stuff, right? So wrath, greed, gluttony, envy, pride, sloth, which is basically you're lazy. Um sloth. Oh, and lust, which is basically like perverts and stuff. Yeah. Oh, and Joker. Joker's not even one of them. Joker's too evil for having one of them. Joker's basically all of them. Or Joker could be, or one of the seven deadly sins was vanity, which is like wanting to look beautiful, or like just looking beautiful, right? Like too beautiful and like you know, like I can't really say that as a sin, but you know what I mean, right? So basically, but then it was replaced by envy, which is jealousy, right? So you could say that Joker is vanity. So basically, Joker is the sin of being a hot guy. Because the world isn't prepared for him. I'm the social studies teacher, Mr. Ushimaru. Okay. I'll be teaching you the rules of society this year. Also, if you want, you can name your character Akira Kurisu, which is his real name, but you can name him whatever you want, but for the love of God, Ethan, don't make it your real name, and don't make it the most non-Japanese name don't make it some white boy last name and first name, okay? And don't name him Goku, okay? Don't name him Son Goku. And don't name him Kakarot. Carrot, no! No, don't name him Carrot. Okay, I'll give you a good name. Okay, what do you think is a good Japanese name? Make one up right now. His first name could be Jin. That's more of a Korean name, but whatever. Or just name him Akira. It doesn't matter. Also, I just noticed something. Kurusu sounds like curse you. Curse you. Oh, and Arsene. Arsene is mostly a curse-based persona. He uses curse attacks. Curses are like... There's like different elements, right? And curse, and then there's like a holy element, I think. So like curse is the opposite of that element. So yeah, Arsene is a curse. He's a curse. Okay, I'm gonna go take a shower now. The teacher said you all look like you've been spoiled growing up. Bastard. Alright, I'm gonna take a shower now. Okay, Ethan, my dad's taking a shower, so I'll take a shower after him. My dad's taking a shower right now, so I'm just gonna wait until he's done. So basically, I was gonna tell you this. If you want some really nice, like, Persona background information, basically, everybody who plays Persona games gets attached to all the characters. Like, even the main character who you play as, like, they get attached to the main character. In a video game. Ethan, that's gonna change in this game. Okay, Ethan, in all of the Persona games, there's always been a moment where, like, there's always been those relationships with one of the girls where you get into some trouble because of that girl and you have to, like, protect her, right? So there's always that type of relationship with one of the girls in the Persona games. So I saw this one thing on YouTube. It said, Personas 3, 4, and 5, protect the waifu with your laifu moments. I said some yes. I clicked on it. Bro, all of them, the main character jumps in front of the guy. He's like, what's up, bro? He's like, wanna fight? He's like, oh shoot. I can't hit her no more. She has the protagonist Kun on his side. Protagonist powers, and oh no, I can't beat her up. The protagonist likes her. Akira Kurusu. His last name is Kurusu. Kurusu. And Akira is Akira. Oh, and also, I doubt that you won't get attached to the characters. They all have tragic backstories. Like, some have, like, suicidal backstories. Some, it's just, everything in the game ties in with the characters, Ethan. Like, all of the enemies have something to do with the characters. The bosses. They all have something to do with the characters. What? Let's see if you get attached to any of them. Everybody's attached to Ryuji. Okay? Just saying. He's been there since, like, the second... after 5 minutes into the game, you meet Ryuji, so he's basically just your best friend. Now I have to go take a shower because my dad came out. Okay, I'm back. What happened? Oh, you just said hello? Oh, and Ethan. So, what's your favorite aspect about the game that I've told you about so far? I thought you would have been memeing with me and would have said the relationship. Oh, and depending on the like not just the relationship with the girls, but just like becoming closer friends with the guys of your group and stuff. And also, if you each like girl is like their like relationship path is different, like different events happen and stuff. I guess you could have guessed that, but like what your character does too is also different. Like I guess you could have guessed that, but what I mean is like one of them um you know one of the paths you know yeah that with a girl. One of the paths you just kiss her. One of the paths she falls asleep next to you. You know all that stuff.